Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a mother talking about how her children were taken away because of her size. Apparently, she got up to over 700 pounds, and it made the authorities think she could no longer care for her children, so they took them away. We'll read many comments underneath that video as well. We're also going to be taking a look at some bonus clips from that same creator, as well as some random bonus clips, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
The reason I don't have my family is because of my weight. My biggest fear was losing my kids, and that ended up happening because I was over 700 pounds. My son, he called for help because he was worried about me, but then they got taken away. And it was cited literally in the papers from the police. Mother over 700 pounds can't take care of her children.
Alright, this is really messed up, and this person has a really messed up backstory that we'll get into in a minute.
Housebound, so I couldn't even go see them if I wanted to. I didn't lose them because of abuse. It was neglect due to circumstance. And that was like the hardest thing to accept. As soon as I lost my kids, I was just like, I don't care about myself anymore. Like I was hoping to die. The reason I don't have my family is because of my weight, but I felt like I couldn't say that because it's like, well, this is my fault.
Okay, so she said the authorities took away her children when she got to be over 700 pounds because they said that she couldn't care for them anymore. This person has a super messed up backstory that we'll get to in just a moment, but for now we're going to read some of the comments. This person says, "Where is Dr. Now?" But they spelled it N-A-O. 273 thumbs up. 273 people don't know how to spell Dr. Now. This person says, "It's Dr. Now, short for Nowzaradan. Thank you." This person says, "This is very sad. Also true, this is actually intervening on a child's behalf for their best interest." This person says, "Praying." This other person says, "Her story is so sad." This person says, "Abuse is not just physical abuse. Neglect and not being able to move and housebound is abuse." This person says, "Neglect is still abuse." Several more people say neglect is abuse. This person says, "How is that not a wake-up call?" Megan says, "If that's not a wake-up call." Nino Brown says, "Neglect is just as bad as abuse." This person says, "Every child deserves to be taken care of. Neglect, no matter the reasons prompting it, have horrible consequences on a child. I hope that she gets the help that she needs to be reunified, and that until then the children are safe and cared for." This person says, "Definitely more to this story. Her son called for help." Big Dubs says, "How is that not a wake-up call?" And there are several emojis of heart faces and hearts. Alright, a lot of people said that this should be a wake-up call. Several people said neglect is abuse. And some people were sympathetic towards her because they actually know her backstory, which is really messed up. When this person was a kid, her stepdad used to make her eat a bunch of food to make her large because he was into larger women and he was trying to prepare her for a life later on of making adult content. Yes, this story is absolutely horrifying. I'm sorry to just throw that on you. And I'm not saying that excuses her neglecting her own children. By the way, I added this in post. I don't know if you could tell. It's pretty seamless, I know. We're going to watch a couple more clips where she talks about that. I'm going to leave a link to the full video below. This is from a channel called We're All Insane, and this is from the We're All Insane podcast.
My stepfather would wake me up in the middle of the night with fast food under my nose. I would wake up ravenous and he would be laughing hysterically.
Wow, dude, that is sick.
As I'm eating a Burger King burger in the middle of the night because I'm like, oh, this is a good treat. I'm eating this burger.
Well, yeah, obviously, if you place fast food under somebody's nose while they're asleep, they're gonna wake up all hungry and wanting to eat. What kind of sick-ass game is this, dude?
and he's laughing hysterically. Then I would get punished by my mother because I'm eating too much.
What? So your mom had to know that he was bringing you this food, and then she's yelling at you for eating it. Why is she allowing him to do this to begin with? Why is the stepdad having this sort of access to you to just do what he wants? Like,
He was a feeder, and that is someone who enjoys watching women get bigger for their pleasure.
right, and he's doing it to a child. She was 8 years old at the time when he started feeding her.
Oftentimes without their health in mind. It's just all about.
It's never with their health in mind, dude. Not oftentimes. It's never with the person's health in mind. When people want to feed you, it's because they don't see you as a human being and they want to see you get big for whatever bizarre reason. They don't care how it affects your health. In fact, they seem to enjoy when it affects your health negatively. From my experience, not that I know that much about them, but from what I've seen, a lot of them are really sick individuals who are actually trying to hurt people.
Their desire. When my stepfather was coaching me to be a bigger woman when I'm like 8 years old, to me was normal because my mom was big and beautiful. And
so he's waking you up in the middle of the night, feeding you fast food. He's coaching you how to be bigger and all of this stuff. Where is your mother during all of this? She just sees you getting bigger and starts yelling at you about it?
knowing what I do know now about feederism, the kink, and everything surrounding that, there's a humiliation aspect to it that they get off on. He gave me nicknames like Little Eating Machine. And
wow. This dude is sick, and obviously this story is super messed up.
then my mom's like, oh, no, like that's too much, blah, blah, blah. And my stepdad would be like, oh, you're a little eating machine, like mockingly loud in front of my whole family.
Okay, so that was just one short clip giving a little bit of info about her backstory. This just goes to show that you don't know what somebody has been through that led them to be where they are today. She was literally forced to eat fast food from the time that she was a child for this sick dude's purposes. Like, this is absolutely horrifying on multiple levels. We're just watching a couple clips from TikTok from that longer video today, and then we're gonna watch some random bonus clips.
I was over 700 pounds. And when my mom passed 3 years ago, I went into like the deepest, darkest grief hole. I like rotted away in my bed. When I didn't get up anymore for months at a time, yeah, your muscle mass goes real quick. Your health goes real quick.
Your muscles actually shrink when you don't use them, just like your brain. That's why I'm getting dumber with each passing day.
I stopped driving. I stopped taking care of myself.
How long did you stay in bed for?
It was nearly 2 years.
Dang, she was bedbound for 2 years. It's amazing that you were actually able to get back out of it. I bet the statistics are not very favorable for the percentage of people that become bedbound for a couple of years and then actually leave the bed. I bet the probability is very high that once you become bedbound, you never get out of that bed again. So that's good that she was able to get out of there.
I developed really severe like lymphedema. I started having these like weird seizures because I was laying down all the time. I would like feel like water in my head. It was uncomfortable to get.
I believe that's the IIH. Somebody I talked about recently had IIH. Idiopathic intracranial hypertension, I believe, is what causes the feeling of fluid in your head and all of that she was just talking about.
Get up. Like I could barely get up to go to the bathroom. That would wind me and it would be like 10 feet to the bathroom.
Did we have a bedpan? I'm sorry to be TMI and to be gross or whatever. I'm not trying to be weird.
My muscles are so weak. My body just couldn't support itself anymore. I couldn't do anything but lay in bed. My hair was so matted that I had to cut my hair off.
Okay, and in that final clip from that person, we learned about the time they became bedbound for 2 years when they fell into a deep depression after their mother passed away. Her whole story is horrifying, and like I said, I'm going to leave a link to it below. I really hope things get better for this person. They've been through a lot of horrifying things that the rest of us could not even wrap our heads around. Now we're going to be taking a look at some random bonus clips to cleanse our palate of that very heavy topic.
What are some of the top worst plus size experiences? And I don't want to hear about anything in the comments. Oh, like you could lose weight. Literally, shut up. This is my account. If you don't like it, scroll in.
Okay, so none of these will be red flags then.
Going to the doctor for anything, as simple as a cold. Anything I say at a doctor's office is always going to come back to me being fat and how I need to lose weight.
How often are we at the doctor's office? Just out of curiosity.
Having to sit in the back seat of a car with 2 other people, because there's no way in hell that I'm sitting in the back seat, maybe in the middle, squished like this with 2 people beside me. I'd rather drive.
Okay, I like how she prefaced this by saying, don't tell me to lose weight to take care of any of these. She's like, it's my account. Which is valid, it is your account. And you don't have to lose weight to take care of any of these, but there might be a common denominator among all of these complaints.
Getting chub rub on the first day of vacation.
Oh my God, stop. That happened to me at Six Flags. Don't make me talk about that again for the 10th time.
Especially if you got like a 7-day vacation. It's gonna be brutal. Even if you got...
I went on a 1-day vacation and I had chub rub and it started right away. And that was that, dude. Once it got all irritated, I couldn't even walk. I should have had baby powder or something right from the jump. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. But once it started, that was it. My whole vacation was ruined.
Baby rash cream? Oh, you're screwed.
You need baby powder before things get a little too frictiony.
Because that's just going to get worse, especially if you're in your hot environment. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. You go to Disney World in Florida, you're done. You're freaking done. I've never been there, unfortunately. I've never been to Florida. That's one of the few states I haven't been to. I've traveled a lot in the United States, but I have not been to Florida.
For me, this particularly pertains to, middle school, high school, elementary school. Saying you have a crush on someone.
You said it mostly pertains to elementary school, middle school, high school. So why are we talking about it now?
As a bigger girl, that's your nightmare. You kept that thing to yourself.
Right, but we're not in high school anymore, right? So, why are we talking about that? Is this one of our current complaints? Do you keep going up to people and telling them you have a crush on them? I respect the balls of that. That requires balls, honestly. Some people can actually handle rejection like it's nothing. I can. I'll hit on everybody. I don't care who wants to go out with me. You want to go out with me? Let's go, dude. I'm ready to be with all of you simultaneously. Like I said the other day, I'm very open-minded. I'm a very free spirit. Sorry.
Someone else found out that I had a crush on someone. Oh my God, it was the end of the world. You are very fragile when you're young, especially when you're a teenager or in middle school or elementary school. Your fear of rejection is very large, especially if you're a plus-size person. That's why
Word. It was many, many years ago. It was good to reminisce on that for some reason.
we kept it to ourselves. Last-minute clothing shopping for an event, especially
Oh boy, here we go. Especially what? A wedding? Are you about to say wedding?
if it's for a formal event.
Okay, you didn't specifically say wedding. Formal event though? Okay.
Can't go to Nordstrom, can't go to Macy's, can't go to JCPenney.
Dude, who wants to go to Nordstrom? You know what I'm saying? Unless it's Nordstrom Rack, where they have some good-ass deals. I'm sorry, dude. I'm such an idiot.
None of them really have formal wear that fit plus-size people.
Right, don't we have clothes from the last time we went to a formal event that we can put on, or... I have clothes for every single formal event that I bought literally years ago, and I'm still wearing them. I've heard people in the past say, when some people complain about not being able to find their size in store for various formal events, it's because they no longer fit into the clothes that they had before, so they're constantly having to buy new clothes. That sounds really expensive. I can't afford that. I have to be able to wear the same clothes that I bought before. Also, I can't be filling up landfills with all these clothes that I wore a couple of times and outgrew. That is so wasteful and bad for the environment.
There have been plenty of times where I've been caught in those moments, so now I just keep some formal dresses in my closet back
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
there because I'm never going through that ever again.
Then why is that even a complaint? You have formal dresses. You figured out how to shop and keep the items. Unlike many other people that I've heard complaints from in the past, you have discovered keeping things. That's good. That's really good. I suggest you keep all of the other outfits that you buy moving forward as well. Eventually, we'll have a wardrobe and we'll never have to buy clothes again. Thank God. Thank God. I am so sick of shopping for funerals, man. Why is everybody dying all the time? What the hell?
And top one, number worst thing of all, is trying on jeans in a dressing room.
Jeans can be a huge pain. I'm getting like a mental image. Dude, sometimes when I go to put my pants on, I'm a little lazy and I don't feel like undoing the button at the top. So I try to just pull them on up over my hips. So I start lifting them and I start jumping up and down like this. And I think that's exactly how some people try to squeeze into some jeans that don't really fit them that well.
Is the worst thing that you can do as a plus size person.
Alright, so trying on jeans in a public dressing room is horrifying, according to her. Like I said, I'm getting the mental image of her like hopping up and down with these jeans like this, just like hitting into the walls like, that is freaking jeans. I get really animated in the dressing room. They have to come knock on the door and be like, "Sir, are you okay in there? Sir, are you okay in there? We heard animal sounds. What the hell? I'm fine. You call this a 32? This is not a 32. They're lying. They're lying." Next. All right, here is, I suppose, a part 2 to what we just watched.
What are some things that only bigger people understand? The amount of hate that you get would literally send other people into a coma.
I think you underestimate how much I can handle before I go into a coma.
The looks you get, the comments you get, the passive-aggressive comments that are online or in person. A normal-sized person could never withstand the amount of hate that a bigger person gets online every day.
I've gotten a lot of hate from people in the past as well, primarily because they were jealous. That's what I chalk it up to. So you're not the only one that's dealt with adversity, my friend. A lot of people have tried to come at me sideways or this, that, and the other way because of their own personal issues or whatever. That's how I see it.
I have to filter my comments because one of my videos ended up on the wrong side of TikTok, and it's all these comments like, "Yeah, you got that shirt at 10 R Us." People are laughing. People are DMing me to like, "Why are you posting stuff like this? Why don't you go lose weight and join a gym?" I don't understand why people feel the need to progress their hate onto somebody else.
Well, that is not nice that people are leaving you negative comments.
Just because you're happy with the way that you look doesn't mean that I'm unhappy. So I don't understand why you need to project.
Just because you're happy with the way you look doesn't mean I'm unhappy. Okay, well, I will tell you that people that are going out of their way to make fun of your physical appearance aren't happy with theirs. Somebody that's actually secure in themselves and confident doesn't feel the need to tear other people down. They want to lift other people up so you can all experience this joy as well. Only bitter, angry people want to tear other people down, period. So remember that next time somebody's leaving you a negative comment trying to dunk on you. This is a highly insecure person.
How you're feeling onto me and my videos. Did it make you feel happy to tell me to go myself? What, for 0.2 seconds, then you went back to scrolling? I had
Right, those people are losers, man. We must ignore them.
2 people today go through almost 10 to 20 videos commenting nasty things on every single one of them.
They went through all of your videos just to leave a negative comment on each one. They're obsessed.
I went and blocked them, but still, why do you do that?
Because they are deeply insecure and bitter and angry. However, you can't control what people say to you, but you can control how you react to it.
Why do people do that? But the amount of hate we get for being plus size, other people, I don't want to say skinnier people, but people of normal stature, I guess, you wouldn't be able to handle the hate.
According to what she says, people are leaving her a lot of horrible comments and whatnot. A lot of people probably wouldn't be able to handle all of that. She's right. Now we're going to take a look at one final bonus clip from Mighty Murphin Fash, where she's responding to this comment that reads, "You don't see it in other people's videos because you're complaining about sizes for you for an issue you can help, whereas for us who are smaller, can't help that we are small and need small sizes that they are purposely," and then it cuts off.
But if the law of thermodynamics exists, and it's as simple as calories in and calories out, and you can't find clothes that fit you because you're too small, and that's a problem, can't you just eat more calories?
Oh man. Okay. So Mighty Murphin Fash is responding to this person who's complaining they can't find clothes that are small enough for them, and she says, just eat more. If it's just a matter of calories in, calories out, and you always tell us larger people just to lose weight, why don't you just eat more? as if that's going to change this person's like bone structure or something. If this person is small, that means they have a small frame. Eating a bunch of food is just going to make them obese. It's not going to increase the size of their bone structure or anything like that. Even if they're at what's a healthy weight for their current size or height or whatever, just gain weight. Okay?
Then you'll gain weight and then you'll be able to find clothes, and that's a problem that you can take care of? Seems pretty simple to me.
And the caption at the top says, also, if you can't see that I'm using people's logic against them and this isn't actually what I would suggest, I can't help you. Yes, I saw what you were doing there. And in that final clip, Mighty Murph and Fash recommended that that person gain weight if they can't find their size in store. Which wouldn't really help you, because if you're petite or small, you have a small bone structure, or you're short or whatever, gaining a bunch of weight doesn't really make you bigger, it just makes you wider. So you're still gonna need the shorter pants as well as the shorter shirt. Typically when somebody is looking for small or medium sizes, it's because they are not living in a larger body. So they are already likely at what is considered a healthy BMI for their height. Why would they gain a bunch of weight just to find clothes? So that first story was really messed up. That person has been through a lot of horrible things, and it just goes to show that you don't really know somebody's backstory. She had her kids taken away because she was over 700 pounds. However, she's been through some really horrifying things when she was a child that's going to take a lot of hard work to overcome moving forward. I'm not saying it's an excuse to not take care of your own kids, but it does explain why she is where she is. So that's a very messed up story, and we heard a lot of interesting complaints from that second person. And once again, Mighty Murph and Fash is angry about clothes. But what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of bird.